Hey y'all, hey. I hope everybody is doing well. I 100% missed y'all so much, and I'm so sorry that I haven't been posting a lot over here lately. But y'all, believe it or not, I have been home resting, healing, trying to recover from a surgery for the last month. So let's get into why I had surgery and also why I have not been posting on YouTube. Okay, so on my birthday of this year, y'all, February 14th, 2023, I found out that I have 4 massive cysts on my uterus. Okay, so listen, to hear that, my first thought was ovarian cancer. That was my first thought, right? So I was literally just finishing lunch, this photo here, just finishing lunch, going to do a photo shoot of my outfit. And I was sitting in the car. Before I got out of my car to go do the photo shoot, I get a phone call from my OB. And that's when she told me, like, your test results came back, your CA-125 number is higher than what it needs to be. I'm gonna have to send you to an oncologist. This is midday of my birthday, y'all, when I'm finding this out. And of course, if you don't know, I am a very emotional person. I cry about anything. I cry about a bird getting hit by a car. Like, I'm a crier. So instantly I started bawling, just bawling, crying. And then something told me, like, Eric, it's your birthday, one, but God got you. Like, what are you crying about? God got you, you know? And I'm just always reminded of God's grace and mercy over my life, to where I had to just soak up those tears. I prayed in the car, I soaked up those tears, and I went and did my photo shoot. And this is how the photos turned out. Because I could not just sit in it on my birthday. Like, I love birthdays. I celebrate everybody's birthday, and especially my own. So, you know, it was just like what it was, right? So that happened. And so I go to the oncologist, and they tell me, like, one of the cysts, so I had 3 on the left ovary and 1 on the right ovary. But one of them that was on the left ovary was so big, which is why ultimately it was like, you need to have this surgery as soon as possible. So let me rewind back. Erica, what made you go to your OB in the first place? So y'all, for the last 6 months, my menstrual cramps have been crazy. I mean, crazy. To the point on the first day, I literally cannot get out of bed. Sometimes I can't even stand to walk. That's how bad my cramps were. So after a while, I was just like, no, this is not right. Something is not right. This is not okay. Let me go to my OB. So I went to her, and she did ultrasound. She did the vaginal ultrasound, and then she did one over my belly. And she was like, okay, we did an ultrasound, come back in so amount of time, and we'll let you know what we see. We'll do the test results, all of that stuff. So that's when they called me on February 14th and let me know, like, hey, there's something there. There's definitely some things down there that we need to get a specialist for. So that's when they sent me to the oncologist. So y'all, I was tired of those cramps. Like, my cramps were crazy. I'm talking, my back be hurting, my butt be hurting, like my boobs, like it was so bad. So I went to the doctor, and that's what it was. Come to find out, the reason why my menstrual cramps were so bad was because I had all of these cysts sitting on my ovaries, and they was getting larger and larger. So one of the questions that I had was like, dang, how long have they been growing? Because one of them was the size of a tennis ball. So I'm like, how long has it been there? You know, so I'm going back and forth in my head about it. But all in all, I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. So I go to the specialist, he do his thing. He was like, we need to have surgery within the next 2 months. Okay, so we're gonna have surgery, right? So instantly, that same day I left my oncologist, I went to work because I took a half day. And I went straight to my boss's office like, hey, I'm gonna have to take a leave of absence. It was a lot to process. And mind you, I did not share this with anyone. Nobody knew about this but me and God. I didn't share this with anyone. So not that I suppressed it, I just kept it to myself because I needed to internalize what was actually happening, right? So when I'm on the call on my birthday with my OB, and the first thing I asked her, I was like, is it cancer? The fact that she couldn't say yes or no, that gave me so much anxiety. I was overwhelmed. I was stressed. I really was. So I immediately was scheduling appointments with the oncologist. Like, get me there now. Like, I need to find out what's happening with my body, right? So the oncologist was like, in order for us to know if it's cancerous or not, we have to do the surgery so we can take them out and test them to see if it's actually cancer. So I'm like, oh my God, so there's no way around this surgery. Like, I have to have this surgery. So I did it, whatever. Took the time off of work, literally on April 24th, that's the day that I had the surgery. And I would maybe say a month before the 24th is when I finally was like comfortable telling people. So I told my grandma, I told my brother, I told my mom, and you know, a couple of my other friends. Like, I let people know because one, I knew I was about to be out for a whole month of work and I was gonna be resting and stuff, and I knew that people were gonna be wondering, and I just also wanted my tribe to know what was going on with me. So whatever, they just needed to know, just certain people, right? So I felt more comfortable doing it because I was so confident and comfortable with the word that God had gave to me. Like, I was gonna be okay. I knew I was gonna be okay. I'm just an overthinker and I was in my head too much, which drove me to thinking all of these things, right? So again, the first question was cancer, right? And then the second concern for me that made me so stressed was the idea, because the oncologist told me, he was like, if it's so bad, I might have to take your ovary. What? Mind you, I'm a 35-year-old single woman with no children. Anybody you know that know me will let you know that I love children. Like, I am a provider. I am a caretaker. Like, I love kids. Like, I love kids, right? So I'm like, oh my God. So again, you know, I'm still praying these prayers to God. Like, please don't let it be cancerous. Please don't let them have to take my ovaries. Please let it be a successful surgery, right? So that's all of the anxiety I was having from the time I found out, which in February, until the time I literally went on the surgery table in April. So that's what I was so worried about and so stressed out about. And it was a lot. To be honest, y'all, it was a lot. I had the surgery. I did have to stay overnight because they wanted to monitor like all of my blood levels and all of that stuff. However, after the surgery, I still did not know if it was cancer or not. The only thing I did know is that he saved my ovaries. So your girl still got both of her ovaries here, and we're gonna have some babies real soon. Right? So I was so grateful for that. I thank God for that. However, I had to wait until my follow-up appointment to find out if any of the cysts was cancerous. And so I had my follow-up appointment last week and no cancer was detected. No cancer was detected, and that meant so much to me. Like, he was telling me all these other things on like how to take care of my incision and how to do this, and I wasn't listening to any of that. All I was grateful and thankful for that he said no cancer was detected. So thank God, to God be the glory. You know, like, again, back on that day when I found out, I had my moment. I was just like, I am covered by the blood. Like, God got me. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. And you know what? It's so funny because I had even prepared myself, like, if it was cancer, right? Because when you don't know, you need to prepare yourself for both. Whether it will be, whether it won't be, you need to prepare for both. And that's something I have learned over time within my life, because that's a reality. That's the world that we live in. I tried to prepare myself for whether I did have it or not, you know? But I'm very grateful that no cancer was detected, and I am still on my road to recovery, but at the end of the day, I am just super grateful that I listened to my body. I took the time off of work to just like rest and like take care of myself. Shout out to HCA Florida University Hospital. Let me shout out to them. When I tell you, the way they took care of me was so amazing. Like, they felt like family. They literally took care of me and my mom. Because I didn't mention that, but I flew my mom out here because I'm originally from North Carolina and she's there. So I flew her out here to be able to take care of me because I knew I was gonna need the help. And that within itself was a lot. I didn't mind asking my mom because I knew she would come, but it was a lot to have to ask for help because that's something I struggle with. I don't ask for help. But anyway, she came. But that hospital was so clean. They were so nice. And they literally took care of me like they did. So shout out to them. But honey, let me tell you something. That hospital sleep, when you under all them drugs, amazing. I feel like that's the best I slept all year. Like, that was some good sleep. So that was that. And then day 2 of me being in the hospital, I had to make sure I could use the bathroom on my own, make sure I could eat a full meal on my own, and make sure I was able to walk. So I had to like walk around the hospital, do a couple laps and all of that before they was able to send me home. So I did all of that. That was the whole process and transition from when I found out up until after the surgery. The surgery went well. I love my surgeon. I love my doctor. He did really well. I'm not gonna show y'all any graphic photos, but you know, the cysts are gone. And hopefully the menstrual cramps will get better. But I am well now. I'm still healing. Granted, I got cut, y'all. Like, I got cut to pull those things out. So I'm still healing. So I'm still taking it one day at a time. But my doctor has now released me to go back to work. I can exercise now. I can drive, I can have a glass of wine if I want to. So I'm able to do things like I would normally do it, but I'm still healing. Cause I can even feel it sometimes, like it's super tight in that area. More so on the left side because that's where 3 of the cysts were. But anyway, I'm well and I'm back. I'm back, y'all, I'm back. But just wanted to share with y'all my story and what's going on. And the biggest thing that I wanted to share is that don't ignore your body. Don't ignore it. I ignored those pains for 6 months. 6 months. So that is what I would share with you. Don't ignore your body. Listen to your body. When it tells you to sit down, okay? When it tells you something ain't right, believe it. Like, I'll be the first to say, I get one ache, one pain, I am at the doctor, okay? I will pay you that $25 copay. Like, I'm the first to do it because I want to know what's going on in my body, baby. I want to know. So I'm always gonna make an appointment if I got any little ache. If I would have never went to my OB, y'all, I would have never known all of that was happening. I wouldn't have never known. So I'm just so grateful that I did listen to my body. And that's my word to you, again, is to listen to your body. Go to the doctor, go do your checkups, do your annual checkups, like, go. And 100% I believe in like the holistic healing and all. I do. Like, give me some tea to get rid of some stuff first before I try to take any medicine, because I hate taking medicine. But I'm also not a doctor. I'm not a profession. That's not my profession. So if it's something that I don't feel like I can heal and fix on my own, I'm going to a doctor so that I can get help. I've always been that way when it comes to what's going on in my body. I would like to know, please. I'm very interested in knowing. So that's it, y'all. Again, I am 100% a team advocate for self-love, self-care. Like, you have to take care of yourself before you can expect anybody else to take care of you. I'm gonna say that again. You have to take care of yourself before you can expect anybody to take care of you. Like, it's really important. It's really, really important. So that's my story, y'all. That's the story behind my look. And as to why I have not been posting much over here. And also for my Instagram supporters that are watching this video as well, that's why I haven't been on Instagram. I haven't posted anywhere. To actually create content and post, y'all, I didn't have it in me. I could. And I was okay with that. I was 100% okay with that, because I knew that my supporters and my followers were still gonna be here when I come back. If you have any questions that you would like to ask, please just drop them down in the comments, and I would do my best to answer all the questions in a timely manner. But keep in mind, I'm back at work at both jobs. So I'm back at my 9 to 5 and I'm back at SBL. So I might not get to it as soon as possible, but that is my goal. But thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If there's anything that I could do for you, please just let me know. If you have questions about my procedure, all of that, let me know. But thank you for riding out this journey with me. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.